Welcome to the TMC Newsroom. My name is Rich Tehrani. Thanks for watching us today. This week, we are at IT Expo West 2011 in Austin, Texas. On our program is Mike Ross. He's the president of Ford PSA. Mike, hello. How are you?
Great, Rich. Great to see you again. It's always great to come to the show, and I look forward to the whole week.
Likewise. You know, I think I met you at a trade show in the 90s.
It was at a Hilton. I remember that. I remember where it was. Yeah.
Was it a computer telephony or a NADA or a telecommunications?
It was
a speech tech in the night. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, you've got a better memory than me. But you've been
Yeah,
in
I
this
can
space.
remember things 10 years ago. I just can't remember what I had for lunch. You know. Anyway, I hope you.
So, question for you.
Sure.
You guys, your company is in the hosted PBX space, right?
Right.
So can
We
you
like
give
the
us
cloud communications.
Okay, so cloud communications.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about all the different things that you guys are up to.
Well, what we've seen is there's an adoption going on with cloud, all right? And it's usually for the companies that really have the soul to jump in and get there. And so they go out, the IT guys that are real smart get into it, and they find a way to move applications to the cloud. Or traditionally, they would pick a simple thing like Salesforce or something like that they could use and not have to bring in-house. But when it comes to computer telephony, running something fully in the cloud, your whole unified communication suite, your phone system and everything, it's not everybody's doing. Nobody, And so what we've tried to do is put together a suite that allows this platform to run on public clouds anywhere. It could be Amazon's, it could be rack space, or any public cloud. And that's a little bit of a differentiator from when you look at a Class 5 switch, a carrier class switch. So
for the viewers out there, who's the right audience? Who are the right target buyers for your product or your solutions?
Well, we migrated from a company that's been solely focused on internet service providers, companies that are real comfortable managing the hardware servers for cloud services. And now we're finding a way into enterprises where they still don't want to use their own infrastructure, or maybe they do, but they want to move their telephony and their UC, to a broader platform and a better suite of services. So, right now we're announcing at this show our cloud instance. One of the challenges for adoption for even service providers is, well, they've got to get some hardware, they've got to get all this planning and preparation, and the beauty of the cloud should be you shouldn't have to plan.
Right.
If you wanted Salesforce, you should call them up today and say, can I have it today? The same thing for your telephony. You should be able to say, hey, I want fax, voice, conferencing, all of this stuff. I want numbers anywhere on the planet, and I want these devices all brought together. Can I do it in the next hour? And you should be able to do that.
Makes a lot of sense.
But, so that's what we're trying to, we're trying to make it simple and easy to do. And that's what the cloud instance is all about.
So from a competitive standpoint, what are you seeing in the market?
Well, the competitors sit in two camps. They're the BroadSofts, the Metaswitches, the Ciscos, these big platform guys out there that do a great job for carriers oftentimes. And, they're large enterprise or businesses. They do a great job. And then there's the Ring Centrals and these low-end guys that are providing a real subset of features, but they think are targeted at small business. And, they get a following, Packet8, all these companies that have aimed at that. We think that small business is the untackled business opportunity. When you look at businesses with less than 20 people or even under 10, there's millions of them. And they don't have a phone system. And the business model of acquiring services for those companies is really very personal. They're not sure what they're going to do in their technology selection, so they want a personal experience and not just go to a website and buy something from one of these companies that are fully web-based, but they don't seem to have people other than text chat or something like that. So we're trying to move more into that phone service model where there's technology and service all the way down to the end user.
Now, what's next for your company?
Well, it's growth. The thing that's happening, and we've noticed last year and this year, is there's a lot of momentum for people looking at things that are not CapEx centric, that gives them virtual services for their employees, and everybody's looking to make sure they can do things better, faster, cheaper, without any worry. Telecom is one of those industries that, as you know, there's no room for worry. If you don't have high integrity products, if you don't have real reliable software, if you don't have good service, whatever price you charge isn't going to keep you in business. So, that's kind of what's behind the philosophy at 4PSA. It's all about high integrity, great value, extraordinary value, but this ability to scale from a business that needs 2 phones today and may need 2,000 of them in a week. And then the following week need 200. To be able to adapt without commitment. And I think that's why the likes of the companies that are succeeding in the cloud, they're actually understanding that's what builds customer loyalty. What we've got to do today to germinate and be catalytic in business today is build trust. And if you can deliver high integrity telephony services, you don't even have to advertise. The word will get out. I mean, people want good stuff. I mean, there's some great big companies out there trying their best to hold on to this runaway, herd of pull that's pulling the telecom demand today. With mobility, every smartphone should be enabled with a soft phone.
Right.
And it shouldn't be costly. It shouldn't raise your bill another $20 or something.
Sure.
So we're going to be a little disruptive in this game.
That's great.
Does that sound?
That's great. Yeah, it's great, Mike. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you being here as always.
Right.
Pleasure.
Thanks for your time, Rich.